What's the one thing your child's school did that you'll never forgive? It started with a phone call about a missing backpack. My son, Carter, was in 3rd grade, and his teacher said he kept forgetting to bring his bag to school. But Carter was meticulous, laid out his clothes the night before, packed his books and lunch, even double-checked his homework. So the first time I heard that, I shrugged it off. Maybe he just forgot once. But then it kept happening. 3 times in 1 week. I asked Carter where his bag was, and he looked confused. I always bring it. Mom, he insisted. But when I go to get it at recess, it's not in my cubby anymore. That made my stomach twist. I started noticing other things too. Missing pencils, bent folders, assignments that looked like they'd been crumpled and smoothed out. When I asked Carter if anyone had been messing with his things, he hesitated, then said, I think maybe Logan takes my stuff, but he says he'll tell the teacher I hit him if I say anything. I emailed his teacher, Mrs. Rourke, that night. She said Logan was a spirited child and told me not to worry, that Carter might be exaggerating. But Carter didn't exaggerate. The next week, he came home with a bruise on his arm. I asked what happened, and he muttered, I tripped. But then I found his math notebook in the trash, ripped to shreds, with a sticky note on top that read, stupid baby. I wasn't letting this slide. I met with the principal, who promised to look into it. But nothing changed. Carter's confidence tanked. He started pretending to be sick just to avoid school. One morning, he actually cried at the breakfast table. That's when I lost it. I took the next day off work and showed up unannounced to sit in the back of Carter's classroom. Mrs. Rourke looked irritated, but let me stay. For the first hour, everything was normal. Then it started. I watched Logan flick Carter's ear, hide his eraser, and whisper threats when the teacher's back was turned. Carter sat there silently, trying to ignore it all. At recess, Logan shoved him hard enough to make him fall into the mulch. Mrs. Rourke didn't even look up from her phone. When I confronted her, she said, boys will be boys. That evening, I posted everything on a local parents forum. What Carter had been through, how the school brushed it off, how other kids might be dealing with the same. The thread exploded. Within hours, I had 5 direct messages from other moms. Their kids had experienced the same things. Some even had photos, scratched up notebooks, mystery bruises. One had an audio recording of Logan threatening her daughter. We arranged a group meeting with the superintendent. What we learned in that meeting left us speechless. Logan wasn't just a troublemaker. His father was on the school board. Teachers were told to be patient with him, no matter what. Complaints were lost in the system. Mrs. Rourke had over 20 parent emails about Logan, but none of them were ever escalated. We presented everything. Photos, printouts, the audio recordings. The superintendent's face went pale. 3 weeks later, Logan was pulled from the school. His dad quietly resigned from the board. Mrs. Rourke was reassigned to administrative duty, and the school issued a formal apology to the families affected. Carter still gets nervous sometimes, but he's smiling again, and he never forgets his backpack. Because now, nobody dares touch it.